So, this is exactly what the Pittsburgh Steelers did on Sunday. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Jesus Christ.
How did I land my notebook like that?
How did he... We got extra lights here, some cool shots. He's getting a shot of Alex's notebook. See, this is great. We can get shots like this. We can actually have the Joe cam.
The Joe cam is possible now.
But no Joe Mike, ever.
No Joe Mike, but is Joe cam fine?
I'll allow it.
Okay, the Joe cam is fine, so if you got a pan to Joe and he's talking...
Use sparingly.
Use sparingly? There's Joe. But,
You know, if we're going to do this, we might as well have me mic'd up. Next show.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter.
From now on.
Because that camera doesn't go with...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter.
So no Joe Mike.
No Joe Mike. Yeah, no Joe Mike.
My original point stands.
Yeah. So, I mean, I wrote down stats for Steelers. Did you write down stats for Steelers?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter to me, whatever you want to do.
Oh, boy.
We're kind of a little tight on time because, like, just how prepared we are. You know what I mean? This camera knows what I mean of how prepared we are. Exactly. I'm already loving these shots already. All right, Alex, go ahead.
There was a point in this football game where the San Francisco 49ers had 199 net yards of offense, and the Pittsburgh Steelers had 1. Not 10, not 100. 1. Kenny looked bad. 32, a touchdown, 2 picks. Doesn't sound terrible. I think he had like 80 yards in the first half, maybe. There was a point where he completed like 8 passes and he had like 9 yards passing. Najee only ran the ball 6 times because, congratulations, we have a defensive coach and a shit offensive coordinator, so we still can't figure out the offensive line.
Gonna have to bleep that out.
Yep.
You know what, Richie? Richie, you can take it out of my paycheck. I'm not bleeping that out. Can I have a raise?
Brock Purdy apparently is actually good at football. 19 for 29, 220, and 2 touchdowns. Both to Brandon Ayuk, who absolutely cooked the Steelers' defense. Helped me in fantasy.
There you go.
Along with the Cowboys putting up 35 points with their defense.
Football's boring when the Cowboys are playing well.
We'll get to that later.
We will.
Christian McCaffrey had 22 carries for 152 yards and a touchdown. That's 6.9 yards per carry. Nice. Yep. If you're the Steelers, you can't go down at the end of the first half, get a touchdown, make it 20-7, which looks way better than 20-0, and then proceed to let Christian McCaffrey run for a 65-yard touchdown on the first drive of the second half. You had all the momentum in the world. All of it. All the momentum in your favor against a coach that historically chokes multiple score leads. And you ended up being the one team that didn't make the comeback because you let Christian McCaffrey bust a 65-yard touchdown to open the second half. This team they look bad. Defense was fine. TJ Watt had 3 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery. That was really good. He played really well. Just learned Cam Hayward's more than likely going on IR, potentially getting groin surgery, so who knows how long he's going to be out for. And again, the Steelers just don't like playing rookies, even when they're better than your starters. Patrick Peterson looked like a piece of wheat bread that got hit by a blowtorch on the field against Brandon Ayuk. And you still didn't put Joey Porter Jr. in the game. You played Levi Wallace over Joey Porter Jr., and you played whatever combination of tackles without Broderick Jones being on the field. Couldn't run the ball, couldn't cover Brandon Ayuk. Let's not address either of those problems by playing our promising rookies. What do you want?
He said wheat bread. I'm sorry. I think this is the most you've ever got me. The crack on
not even good bread. That stupid bread with the seeds and the nuts in it that nobody buys. It gets stale on the shelf in Walmart while its sad employees stare at it because someone doesn't know where to find it whenever they're looking for it. They stand in front of the bread section and ask you where the bread is, and you just want to tell them to go home.
I need a second.
That's how Patrick Peterson looked on the football team. I don't know what to do about this football team. They are so bad. And they should not be.
God, I'm falling over. I'm falling over.
Mike Tomlin is like 13-8 or something like that. He has a good winning record. When he is a home underdog, he has a very good record. You go out and get embarrassed. Kenny Pickett looks like he regressed from last year.
Hey, listen. All right, I've seen probably in person the most Kenny Pickett games, like probably you know. That was the worst Kenny Pickett game I've ever seen in my entire life, including all the bad games at Pitt. Honestly, I would probably say he played better in the 51-6 loss to Penn State years ago. That's how bad he was. I'm just being serious. It's again, 1 week, but it was bad, and you cannot have those bad weeks, especially early on. I would rather, but here's the thing. I'd rather suck in the beginning, but then do better at the end, which is kind of like the Steelers' track record. But with the way the talent they have on this team, it better be fixed by next week. So, that just can't happen. Nothing went right. At all. It was honestly pathetic.
It was pathetic.
It was
horrible.
Like, honestly, I think I was more frustrated watching the Steelers than Boro, honestly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. And I didn't even watch Pitt. I couldn't watch Pitt because Spectrum wouldn't let me. Thank God, and we'll get to Pitt later, but God, it's just bad. God. All right, you got anything else on Steelers? No. All right. What about any other NFL stuff? Man, I cannot speak today.
Yep. I wrote this down last. Let me get all the way back to this.
I'm not talking about the topics either. I was talking about other games.
Yeah, no, other games.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow completed 45% of his passes for 80-something yards in a 24-3 loss in Cleveland. Whatever. That's embarrassing. The Buccaneers beat the fraudulent Minnesota Vikings in Minneapolis 20-17 with Baker Mayfield as their quarterback. Told y'all, garbage, overrated, third in the division. Funny. We were right. Broncos lost their opener, their first game of the season, at home to Josh I'm a bad head coach in the Las Vegas Raiders, 17-16. The Rams humbling Geno and the Seahawks in Seattle, 30-13. That was pretty crazy. I wasn't expecting that whatsoever. Tua and the Dolphins outshoot Justin Herbert at home in L.A. I mean, there's no such thing as a home game for the Chargers. There's always more fans of the other team than the Chargers anyway. So Tua and the Dolphins get a big win, 36-34 on the road. Tyreek Hill had 200 receiving yards. Tua threw for 466. So to Ryan Clark, who called him a fat stripper a couple weeks ago, you are stupid. Get off national television.
Okay, I was a little vocal about Ryan Clark last year, but I will say he did earn a little bit of respect from me the night the DeMar Hamlin thing went down. He did it because he did the stuff he said about DeMar Hamlin. He was fantastic, and he earned a little respect. But Alex is right. Shut up.
He's an idiot who goes for shock takes that aren't even feasible. Don't care.
By the way, before I forget, Jared, are you a Steelers fan? No. You even a football fan?
No, I'm a Colts fan.
Colts?
Well, Colts actually, I didn't write them down, but Colts actually didn't look too bad against Jacksonville yesterday. Anthony Richardson actually managed to run the offense pretty well.
Now,
last one, Jordan Love continues to own the Bears. It continues the third straight quarterback in the Green Bay Packers to own the Chicago Bears. Jordan Love beats Chicago in Chicago 38-20.
AJ's happy about that.
Oh, he was losing his mind, trust me. All right, you can continue what you were saying about.
As a Colts fan, do you think this is finally going to be like the first time in a while where you have the same starting quarterback for 2 straight years in a row? You think Anthony Richardson's not going to be the quarterback next year with the track record?
He probably will be, but I don't think so.
I'm gonna get my pencil.
Oh yeah, because we threw up pencils. Crap. Where did I throw mine? Did I? Oh yeah, I threw mine behind me. As we both, the first time ever, we both get out of our chairs. This is some great content.
Yep.
But
There are paper toss balls all over this.
yeah, I wonder who put them there. Not Joe. There's the Joe cam again. So where were we before I interrupted you for the 1000th time?
Colts.
You a big Pat McAfee guy? We like Pat McAfee.
We love Pat McAfee. Even though everyone thinks he's a sellout now.
Why is he sell out?
For signing a big deal with a major. Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Well, yeah. Just gotta make that money.
Exactly.
Money. I already love these shots because I can just like look directly into the lens and it gets zoomed in right away.
Oh, God. Steelers just ruined my mood. What are we talking about next? Do you want to talk about the Pirates? Do you want to talk about...
You want to get through Boro real quick?
Oh, yeah. You know what? We could do that because this actually makes me kind of happy. Boro didn't look too bad this weekend. We played a team that is definitely supposed to be better than us in Shepherd, and we lost 35-28. Played 2 quarterbacks. Matt Carlisle played the first half. He went 10 for 21 for 63 yards. He also had five rushes for 70 yards, which I did not think happened.
He was throwing missiles.
And then Isaac came in the second half and actually played better technically in terms of completion percentage. He went 10 for 14 for 86 yards.
Yeah.
We scored 28 points with 2 quarterbacks, which I thought was pretty impressive. Brian Trobel, great at running back. He had 13 carries for 93 yards and 2 touchdowns. Both were pretty long runs, actually. Real killer. Allowed a 100-yard kick return touchdown immediately after we went down and scored, I believe. So that kind of took all the momentum out as soon as we got it. And Seth Morgan, the heir to NFL backup Tyson Bagent, went 24 for 35 for 413 and 2 touchdowns and an interception. So.
Yeah.
We look good, though.
We're going to let's comprehend this slowly. Isaac played well.
Let's make that clear.
We're making that clear. Isaac played well.
We are not preying on anyone's downfall on this show.
Isaac played well. He played well.
We do not prey on downfalls here.
We just want Boro to win.
Exactly. And hey, we look like we could win with 2 quarterbacks. So I mean,
hey, let's try it. Why not?
Right?
Let's do it.
Indiana's trying it out. Didn't work for them. They scored 3 points against Ohio State 2 weeks ago. But, it's clearly working better for us. Shepherd isn't quite the team they were last year, but they're still a better team than we are. So can't be mad about that performance.
All right. All right. Let's do the first topic question because it's the NFL. So then after that's the last piece of. Well, actually no. You want to save this before the rapid fire?
Yeah, we could do it either way. Honestly,
Yeah, we'll save it for the rapid fire since the rapid fire is the last thing. Because Pirates won't take me that long.
Okay.
All right. You want to talk about Ohio State? Or you want me to talk about Pitt?
Yeah, I'll talk about Ohio State real quick.
All right. Do it.
Buckeyes didn't play perfect. Everyone's complaining that they didn't drop 60, which I understand. They should have probably dropped 60 on Youngstown State at home. But Kyle McCord played a good game. He went 14 for 20 for 258 yards and 3 touchdowns. Can't complain about that. As I have it written down word for word in my notes, let the young man cook. No more of this Devin Brown BS. Devin Brown is not better than Kyle McCord. We do not need to play 2 quarterbacks in a game. We can play Kyle McCord all game, and he can be fine. Devin Brown, whatever. He was 7 for 13 for 101. He was fine, but he's not Kyle McCord. Kyle McCord played a way better game. He actually has chemistry with his receivers. Marvin Harrison had seven receptions for 160 yards and 2 touchdowns. Really good. Like 110 of them came in the first quarter. Travion Henderson only carried the ball 5 times, but he did it for 56 yards and 2 touchdowns. They have revamped the offense, made it a system more friendly for Kyle McCord, under center play action, pro-style offense, not just Marvin Harrison's down there somewhere. This team can actually run an actual offense. Kyle McCord is good enough. We don't need to talk about Devin Brown. He's not better. He's probably going to get overtaken by Aaron Noland right away anyway as soon as he gets there. There's no competition here. Go play Kyle McCord for the entire game next week at home against Western Kentucky, put up 55 points, and continue on with your season. There's no reason to talk about a quarterback controversy anymore. There is none. Kyle McCord is the starting quarterback of the Ohio State Buckeyes, and that's the way it's going to be for the rest of the season, barring some injury of some sort. Let him play. Open up the playbook and let him cook.
I already love looking at, like I said, I just already love just randomly just looking at this camera. And there's Joe. Is that all the Ohio State stuff you got?
Yeah.
All right.
35-7. Good win. 5 for 12 on third down wasn't great, but you went 2 for 3 on fourth as well. Aggressive, played well, ran the ball well enough. Just go win.
My turn. Pitt.
As a wise man once said, it is my turn.
Alex, I hope you know I'm stealing the open up the playbook, let him cook.
That's good. That's good.
Public domain.
You trademarking it?
No, it's public domain.
All right. Pitt. It seemed I did not watch the game. I'm going to clarify that. I did not watch the game because I could not. I had no way of accessing the game. My dad said it seemed like they were fighting towards the end.
Yeah, it was like a fourth quarter comeback type thing. I'm looking up the score right now.
It's 27-21. Cincinnati.
yeah.
Cincinnati won. Emory Jones was 18 for 26. 125 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick for Cincinnati. Whoa, I need to sit up. Okay. Pitt. I'm going to get to Phil Jakovic in a second. 10 for 32 with 179 yards. Sibo Fleminster, 6 carries, 38 yards. In the first half, just like the Steelers, the rushing stats for Pitt were bad. I can't remember what it was, but it was like -2, I think, if I recall.
God, 10 for 32.
10 for 32. And Jakovic got booed by Pitt fans. And I need to look up the quote of what he said, but it was, honestly, in my opinion, because he's 24, so I could say this, this was a very unprofessional quote.
How do you complete 31% of your passes but still throw 3 touchdowns?
All right. I found the video, but I'm trying.
And by the way, the backyard brawl is this week.
So.
Hey.
All right. So let me.
I think if you're a grown-ass man doing in that stadium, then you gotta look at things yourself.
So he said, and I quote, "If you're a grown-ass man booing in a stadium, you need to look at yourself." Okay. Let's dissect that for a second, Phil. How about this? How about the fans spent their hard
To buy a ticket to go see you play. You play.
and you're saying that? They spent their own money on that ticket. They can cheer whatever the hell they want to because it's their ticket. They have the right to say that. You're 24 and this is your response. I thought Narduzzi said you had better leadership than Keenan Slovis. You might, because Slovis sucked. But I love how I just dogged on Slovis again. But again, Alex, like the fans have the right to cheer for whoever they want and boo whoever they want. And if you're not playing well, you're going to get booed. You're not the first person to get booed in your own stadium.
The Steelers got booed in their own stadium. You don't see any of them complaining.
They're pissed off that they lost. You should be pissed off that you lost. Now, I'm not saying you're not pissed off. You might be pissed off. I hope you are. But it's just
As
ridiculous.
a football player, I really hope so too.
You better hope
You
you're pissed
should
off.
be mad when you lose.
Especially you played that poorly. You should be pissed off. So that's my rant on Djokovic. I'm not going to add anything else to it. Do better. You don't want to get booed, whatever. As for Pitt as a team, just beat West Virginia. For the love of God, just beat West Virginia.
They were barely beating Duquesne
If you
at one
can't-
point.
If you can't sweep West Virginia in the series for however many years you play, I don't even know what to tell you. But, all right. So we got our first topic question.
Yep.
What's the expectation for Dion in Colorado after a 2-0 start? National championship, baby. Coach Prime, let's go. Coach Prime.
Yeah, this team is real. This team ain't fake.
They're a real team.
I get that they got a home
They're a
game.
real team.
I get that they upset TCU. I get it. Their second game was a home game against Nebraska, which has not been a good football team. But let me tell you something. Matt Rule is a good college football coach.
Yep.
Historically, he has been. He turned around Temple. He turned around Baylor. He sucked in the NFL, but he's good in college. That's the way it is. This team is real. Dion shifted the culture in this team already. This team believes they can win. That's all there is to it. Shedeur Sanders has thrown for 900 yards in 2 games. He has completed 77.5% of his passes. 900 yards, 6 touchdowns, no picks. 2 games. They're averaging 40.5 points a game offensively. They are allowing 28 points per game defensively. That is a large margin, even for just 2 games. Especially considering the first game was only a 3-point victory. This team has picked up 54 first downs in 2 games. If you don't want to count penalty ones, 47. Still, you've picked up 47 first downs in 2 games. That's how productive your offense is. You're averaging 6.4 yards per play. You're averaging half a first down every time you snap the ball. Over half of a first down. You're averaging 509 yards per game in total. I'll tell you exactly what the expectation is for Deion Sanders in Colorado. You're expecting to be ranked, and you're expecting to be in a bowl game. It should be as simple as that. I even wrote down my predictions for their schedule for this year, and I know that some of you are going to be mad about it. They're 2-0. We know this. They won 45-42 at TCU, and they won 36-14 at home against Nebraska. Next week, they're home against Colorado State. That's a win. They go into Eugene, Oregon to play the Ducks in Bo Nix. They'll lose that one.
Yeah, most likely.
Then they're going to go home angry to Folsom Field, and they are going to beat Caleb Williams and the USC Trojans.
Wow. All right. Okay.
They're going to go into Arizona
All right.
State.
All right.
They're going to win again. They're going to go home against Stanford. They're going to win again. They'll go into UCLA, who has a really talented freshman quarterback, and lose that one. Then they'll take the next 2. Home against Arizona, and then at Washington State, and then more than likely lose at Utah to finish the season. That is a 9-3 record for the Colorado Buffaloes. This team's for real.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to say it besides this team is real. So, wait a second. They also play Oregon State. That's a win. So 9-3. There you go. That's what I think about Colorado this year. This team is really good. Move on.
I gotta, before I forget, because I forget about a lot of stuff. If he aims away from your camera, can he do the paper toss for this camera? As long as he doesn't hit it.
He aims to miss.
Like if you aim to miss, like you go on the right side.
I always miss anyway.
He always misses anyway.
So with his luck, he'll end up hitting nets.
I
But
hit
do
it
you-
straight
but-
on the lens
but-
with the last
But
time.
do you care if he?
He tried.
Yeah, if he just throws it like
It's just a
at your
paper
camera,
ball.
It's just a,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a paper ball. Sick.
Colorado, good. That's all I got to say.
All right. I figured maybe do Pirates, get rapid fire out of the way, and then we'll end on the Chiefs question.
Yeah, well, we have 2 questions, 2 other ones.
Oh, that's right. Here we can.
We have
can
Giants, too.
Yeah, we can end on those 2.
I'm on those 2. Perfect.
All right, I'm gonna blow through the Pirates because
Who cares?
Pirates, who cares? Don't have a big drop off, and then we'll care. So Atlanta Braves, they lost the series against the Braves. The Braves are really good.
Braves are really, really good.
The first game, they lost 8-2. God Lord. Acuna was 3 for 4. Olsen was 2 for 3. Bryce Elder for the Braves pitched 7 innings. Gave up 4 hits, struck out 9. Mitch Keller, 5 innings, 12 hits, 4 Ks. Not a good start by Mitch Keller. His velocity did dip a little bit, so that's something to keep your eye on. And then game 2, they won. There was a benches clearing situation between Acuna and Oviedo because Oviedo threw inside because Acuna's a big baby. And he just realized that, apparently it's the first time someone's going to get thrown at inside. Come on. But Acuna was, and also after that he was walked, and then Andy Rodriguez threw him out from a steal because he had the most obvious steal in the world. But Acuna did go 2 for 3 still, but Olsen was 2 for 5, and then Brian Reynolds was 3 for 5. He had the go-ahead home run, and then Miguel Andujar 3 for 4. Oviedo only pitched 3 innings, gave up 9 hits, 4 Ks, not good. But he only gave, 4 runs from that game. It may not. Oh, I didn't write down how many runs he gave up, but 4 runs. I'm assuming that's not bad. His pitch count must have been very high, which is probably why he only pitched for that many innings. But game 3. Lost 5-2. Olsen 2 for 3. Reynolds 2 for 4. Palacios 2 for 4. Ortiz, better start by Luis Ortiz. 5 innings, only gave up 3 hits, but he didn't strike out anybody. But still, that is a better start than normal from Luis Ortiz. But there was a problem here, though. Key Brian Hayes was called on a 3rd strike on a terrible call by the umpire. And rapid fire. I don't wanna. Shut your mouth. 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 The winners from week 1 were EJ, Landon, and AJ, and that's it. That's it. Nobody else. Nobody else
And
won.
me.
Nobody else won. This weekend has sucked.
Me the victor.
Okay. Yes.
How close was it? Was it, I think, one prediction?
Well, the reason why I say that is because obviously there's Monday Night Football game tonight, but there's no possible way for me to come back. By the looks of it, it looks like you had 9, and I had 7. So.
I was gonna say for me to win, I would have to have at least 2 more right than you.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
All right, and how do we want to do the? Just do what we did last week and hope that the new editing software doesn't crash on me?
Yeah.
That's why the graphics were bad last week. That's my fault. I'll get a new editing software. Gonna have to pay for it a lot, but hey, guess what?
It's business, baby.
It's business. Gotta make some sacrifices. We'll make that money up later. Ha ha!
Yeah.
Ha ha! All right. Yeah, he gets that one. Yeah, he's got that one. All right. So here for the matchups for week 2, I should say. Why did I say like I'm a Canadian?
See.
All right, so week 2, it is EJ versus Bryce, Caden versus myself, AJ versus Landon, and Alex versus, oh my God, it's Emma.
Yes.
So that is that. But so here are everybody else's predictions right here. All right. So Alex, we're gonna blow through this very quickly. Don't say the joke you said before when
Nope.
we were off air. It's not very PG. But all right, Thursday Night Football, Vikings and Eagles.
Frauds. Eagles.
Eagles. Yeah, I'm gonna go Eagles too. Packers and Falcons.
Packers. I almost said Falcons. Packers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Packers. They looked really, really good week 1. So, Raiders and Bills.
Bills.
No, Bills.
Don't do it.
I was thinking about it. Ravens and Bengals.
At Cincinnati. They looked really bad. I'm going to go Ravens.
The only reason why I'm going to go Bengals is because Joe Burrow is my quarterback in fantasy. So it's just double root for him to do better, I guess. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go Bengals. Seahawks, Lions.
Seahawks look fraudulent after week 1. I'm going to go the Lions.
The Lions look fantastic. I mean, okay, I wouldn't say fantastic, but they had grit. So I'm going to go Lions. Dan Campbell, baby! All right. Chargers and Titans.
Chargers can't possibly suck 2 weeks in a row. I'm going to go Chargers.
I'm going to go Titans. Screw Brandon Staley.
Bears and Bucks. Wow.
Wow.
How did the Buccaneers win this week?
Is this in Chicago or is
No,
this
it's in
at
Tampa Bay.
At Tampa? Mhm. The Bucks about to start 2-0.
Yes. I'm going Bucks.
Yep, me too. Honestly,
Chiefs.
I'm too scared to pick the Bears.
Chiefs and Jaguars. Ooh.
In Duval.
TK, I love you. I'm going with the Jags.
Me too.
Oh! All right. Duval. Colts and Texans. We better watch what we say.
Yeah, honestly, Anthony Richardson looks like the best rookie quarterback in Week 1, so I'm gonna go Colts.
We're gonna go Colts. I'm gonna say my prediction on Jared's camera because he's a Colts fan. We're gonna go Colts. 49ers and Rams. 49ers.
Yeah, Niners.
Giants and Cardinals.
I hope for the Giants' sake they win this game. That's who I'm going with.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Giants. Jets and Cowboys. Ooh, tough one. That's a tough one. I'll give them that. It's a tough one.
Jets can't pull off back-to-back upsets. I'm going Cowboys.
I'm gonna go Jets. I think Aaron Rodgers has this one. It depends on how he plays tonight. I'm gonna regret it, but I'm gonna go Jets. Commanders and Broncos. Come on, who do you think we are?
Yep.
God.
Me going with the commies.
Dolphins and Patriots.
Dolphins.
Wait, you said Dolphins?
Yep.
Yeah, Tua looked very good.
He did.
Game 1, so I'm gonna go Dolphins. Saints and Panthers. Saints.
I'm gonna go Panthers.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna go Saints. Never mind. Sorry.
Last one. Browns at the Steelers.
I hope the Steelers win. I'm picking the Steelers.
Yeah, I think Kenny Pickett, and knowing him, he's pissed off right now to the point where he will play better next week.
You know what? I want to change one pick before we solidify these.
Okay, that's fine.
Just because we're right here.
All right.
We haven't solidified these
And,
yet.
and to be fair, the people picking get to change their picks before they send it to me, whenever they want.
Exactly.
So that's fair.
So I'm gonna change to the Chiefs over the Jaguars, and I'll tell you why.
Is this leading into what I think it is?
Yes.
Okay, then let's go. Sweet. That's it for the rapid fire.
This is our segue into the second question topic of the episode, which is: should we be?
We got ourselves some breaking news.
Yeah.
Chris Jones to sign a 1-year contract with the Chiefs.
Perfect timing. Your
Yeah.
mic's unclipped.
Good. What the?
I just noticed that.
Richie! Was there any? Did you tell at all with it? We'll change to this camera so it doesn't see me doing my mic. Bro, change to this camera.
So Chris Jones has signed a massive 1-year extension.
Where did my mic go? Richie, does my mic sound bad at all? It does? Crap. Alright, I'm gonna go to the side and fix this. Go ahead, Alex.
So I changed my pick from the Jags to the Chiefs for one reason and one reason only. I would like to congratulate every non-Chiefs fan for Week 1. Patrick Mahomes playing poorly. That is all you're getting. Patrick Mahomes fell by a mile. Close. The offense looked bad without Travis Kelce, I'll admit. But it was Week 1. Some of these guys, Kadarius Toney, he didn't even have a training camp. He got knee surgery. Nothing. So the offense did. Mahomes led. He went carries yards. The Chiefs went 5 for 14 on third down, which they never do. They went 0 for 1 on their 1 fourth down attempt. They even lost the battle for time of possession, which I kind of expected because Detroit's kind of a pound the rock kind of team. And as we just mentioned, Chris Jones just got a contract extension. The defensive line got zero pressure on Jared Goff all game. And I said Jared Goff is great when he's not being pressured. Chris Jones will be back next week. Patrick Mahomes will be better. The NFL got 1 week of reprieve. Patrick Mahomes is now back in form. He will have Travis Kelce. The other weapons will have more time to develop. And Chris Jones is back on the defensive line. You guys got a week. Congratulations. The Chiefs are now back. And they will stay back.
They are so back.
They are so back. And I apologize for every Denver Broncos fan. The losing streak against the Chiefs is going to continue. Even though they don't play this week.
Oh,
You get the point.
Yeah, I get the point. All right. You want to keep cooking for the last topic, and then we really got to get out of here.
I'm really going to cook on this one real quick.
Do it.
Question topic. Who was more responsible? Is this win on Sunday Night Football more Cowboys or more Giants? As in, are the Cowboys this good or are the Giants regressing this bad? This game is on the New York freaking football Giants because they're not good. They regressed. They are worse. That's because people know what to expect this year. Daniel Jones is 0 for 3 in his last 3 games in Dallas. That's not surprising. He's 0-3, my apologies, in his last 3 games against Dallas. He's lost his last 3. His completion percentage in those games is 56%. His quarterback rating is in the 60s.
And he's been sacked 15 times in those 3 games. He is bad against the Dallas Cowboys. This was a New York Giants loss more than a Dallas Cowboys win. The defense looked amazing. Micah Parsons, animal. Defensive line, Dorrance Armstrong, DeMarcus Lawrence, even Mozzie Smith. All of these guys, really good. Leighton Vander Esch, still a great linebacker. Stephon Gilmore, absolute lockdown in the secondary. Still in his prime. The Cowboys defense had 2 picks, a pick 6, 5 forced fumbles, a blocked field goal, and 7 sacks. That's unbelievable. That is an unreal stat. Daniel Jones is overrated. He's a faster Kirk Cousins, and he can't win big games. What else do you want? Dak had 0 responsibility in this game yesterday. He needed to do nothing. He had a pedestrian 143 passing yards on 13 completions. Like, he literally had to do absolutely nothing. And the Cowboys won 40-0. Giants are bad. Brian Daboll, it's been 1 week. I hope you're sounding the alarms because that was bad.
Worse than the Steelers.
This is exactly, you know why Daniel Jones is a faster Kirk Cousins? Because it's exactly what the Cowboys did in Minnesota, just like they did in Dallas last night. They went into Minnesota last year and won 40-3 against a quarterback that gets overpaid that people think is good enough. Not. I love Kirk, but he's not good enough. Not to win big games, not to win playoff games, not to win Super Bowls. Same with Daniel Jones. You overpaid him. I hope you're ready to release him in 2 years.
Wow. This man cooked today. But, all right. So, reminder. October 13th. That week's episode. Live. 7 p.m. on this channel. So, yes, Jared, thanks for coming along with these shots. Hopefully you don't.
You did a little camera nod.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Hopefully you don't get annoyed with us and you can keep doing these each and every week. Does that sound all right? Let's go, camera nod. Love it. All right.
Am I doing the paper toss here or there?
All right. Like, do you care if he does it here? All right. So.
Good night, America. And good night, New York Giants.